All right, so as I mentioned, Hunter Biden's trial is underway. The number one question I'm asking, and I know probably all my conservative friends are like, what? You think Hunter Biden is a victim? I really do. I think Hunter Biden is a drug-addicted, weak-minded individual that was exploited by Joe Biden and quite possibly Joe Biden's brother as well. Joe Biden exploits Hunter Biden's weakness, sends him out to the wolves, to the vipers, the Xi Jinping associates in China, going into Russia and Ukraine and all of these nefarious parts of the world to make deals with nefarious men who are very, very dangerous. All the while, the Bidens line their pockets. The fact that Joe Biden hasn't pardoned Hunter Biden yet, making him go through all of this, all of the legal expenses through it. If you believe that Joe Biden was the orchestrator of all of this, which I do, then you've got to ask yourself, well, if Joe Biden's the orchestrator and Joe Biden believes what he was doing was right, okay, even if it was against the law, if Joe Biden was all for what he orchestrated, wouldn't you pardon your son? You're the most powerful man in the world. You have the ability to pardon your son. Wouldn't you pardon him? I'm going to tell you this right now. I wouldn't get caught up in schemes like this, but if I did and I sent my son out there to the wolves, I'm pardoning my son. What does it say about Joe Biden as a father that he has not pardoned his son? It shows you what an evil man this guy really is. It shows you that he doesn't have a care in the world. All this guy cares about is his own self-image. And I think Joe Biden sees that if he pardons Hunter, his image will be tarnished in the eyes of not just Republicans, but Democrats too. I take a little bit of a different take. Maybe because I'm half Italian. Maybe because I look at, how people operate in New York and the Italian side of things. And I don't even want to say the mafia, the family I'm from, says there's no such thing as the mafia. That was only the government taking down successful Italian Americans. We know that's not true. But there's something about family loyalty. Maybe that's the Italian in me. The family loyalty. Joe Biden has no loyalty to his family whatsoever. He will sell them down the river. So now this trial, here's the other side of this, folks. Now this trial comes out. Maybe Joe Biden says, you know what, I don't need to pardon my son because the DOJ is going to mail it in for us. The DOJ is not going to exploit and expose all of the misdeeds by the Biden family. Quite possible, right? If not probable. How do we know this? We can go back to the whistleblowers. Remember the IRS whistleblowers who explained what was going on when they were trying to prosecute Hunter Biden?
There were certain investigative steps that we weren't allowed to take that could have led us to President Biden.
And you wanted to take them?
We needed to take them.
And you weren't allowed to take them?
That's correct.
Wasn't allowed to take these investigative steps. Well, who blocked you from taking the steps? The Attorney General was right there blocking these steps. You know that Biden has his tentacles so far into the deep state. The deep state is so far ingrained with the Democrat Party and the mainstream media that they were never going to go hard on Hunter Biden until they got called out on it all. Now think about all of the salacious details that surround Hunter Biden. You've got the tax crimes. You've got the prostitution. You've got the drugs. You've got the nefarious business deals. You've got the millions of dollars being transferred. The Republicans in the House of Representatives on Judiciary and House Oversight have uncovered all of this stuff. Massive schemes. The tax crimes only scratched the surface. If we want to keep talking about the mafia, we call it the Biden crime family. What did the feds get people on? They never could get Al Capone for murder, so they got him for tax evasion. In many respects, this is like the Biden crime family. Now they can get him on taxes, but what about selling out American secrets? What about selling out your position of power? This is what Joe Biden was doing, and he was using Hunter Biden to enrich the Biden crime family. More whistleblowers, throwback.
These tax crimes cover an estimated $2.2 million in unreported tax on global income streams to Mr. Biden and his associates from Ukraine, Romania, and China. totaling $17.3 million from 2014 to 2019. Mr. Biden personally received $8.3 million.
All right, I thought it was going to be a whistleblower. That, of course, is Jason Smith, Republican on the investigative committees looking into Joe Biden. And there you see the millions of dollars that they found transferred to the Bidens nefariously for business deals that had nothing to do with business. What does Hunter Biden know about natural gas? Nothing. But this was a way to pay the Biden family for future consideration and favors. I am convinced of that. I'm sure you're convinced of that. Will this come out at trial? I'm not convinced it will come out at trial.